And viewers, we've seen worrying scenes in Bangladesh, and in the mayhem that unfolded, minorities in the country found themselves caught in the crossfire. They were attacked, their places of worship vandalized, and their houses burnt down. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath raised the plight of minority Hindus in Bangladesh and questioned the silence of many in the opposition. The Chief Minister said that so-called secularists are silent because they are afraid of their vote bank slipping and because their human sensitivity is dead. He's also trained guns at the Congress party, accusing it of doing politics of divide and rule and governing the country like successors of the British in post-independence era.
1.5 करोड़ हिंदू किस तरीके से बांग्लादेश के अंदर आज चिल्ला चिल्ला करके अपने आप को, अपनी अस्मिता को बचाने के लिए गुहार लगा रहे हैं और दुनिया के मुंह सिले हुए कथित सेकुलरिस्ट भारत के अंदर भी इनके मुंह सिले में एक भी शब्द इनका नहीं निकल रहा है, क्योंकि उनको भय है कि अगर इन निरीह कमजोर लोगों के पक्ष में इन्होंने आवाज निकाली तो इनका वोट बैंक खिसक जाएगा। वोट बैंक की चिंता है, लेकिन मानवीय संवेदना इनकी मर चुकी है। ये लगातार बांटो राज करो की उस राजनीति के तहत ये लोग देश के अंदर कार्य करते रहे। अंग्रेजों से सत्ता इन्होंने उस समय प्राप्त की। ये वास्तव में भारत की सत्ता का नेतृत्व नहीं कर रहे थे, बल्कि अंग्रेजों के ही, ब्रिटिशर के ही मानस पुत्रों के रूप में इन्होंने भारत की सत्ता को उस रूप में संचालन करना शुरू किया जैसे ब्रिटिशर इस देश के अंदर कर रहे थे। और आज उसी का दुष्परिणाम यह देश लगातार चुकाया है, अखंड हिंदुस्तान चुकाया है।
The BJP's echoed the UP Chief Minister, with BJP MP Dinesh Sharma saying that even Bangladesh could have come to India and Hindus would not have, Bangladeshis would have come to India and would not have been subjected to the atrocities had Congress not been in power at the time of creation of Bangladesh.
निश्चित रूप में कांग्रेस ने कई विभाजन कराए हैं और अटल जी अगर नहीं होते तो शायद ये कारगिल का युद्ध अगर कांग्रेस के समय हुआ होता तो वो कारगिल भी दे देते। बांग्लादेश का विभाजन कराया, बांग्लादेश तो हिंदुस्तान में हो सकता था ना। कांग्रेस नहीं करा, बांग्लादेश को बनाया जहां आज तमाम प्रकार की हिंसा हो रही है। हम पड़ोसी से संबंध खराब नहीं करना चाहते, लेकिन जो अल्पसंख्यक है उसको मरते हुए भी नहीं देख सकते।
देखिए, वहां जो भी हो रहा है हमारी माइनॉरिटीज के साथ में वो बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है और नहीं होना चाहिए। उसमें जो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर के लोग हैं, यूएनओ को भी दखल देना चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारे जो वहां पर हिंदू भाई हैं वो अल्पसंख्यक हैं। लेकिन हम ये कहना चाहते हैं कि दुनिया में अगर सबसे ज्यादा सुरक्षित कहीं कोई अल्पसंख्यक है वो भारत में है।
Opposition, on the other hand, said that a chief minister should be more responsible while making a statement. They've also put the government to the dock on the question of safety of Hindus in Bangladesh, saying that it is the government that has to act on this instead of putting the blame on opposition.
सत्ता भी इनके हाथ में, ताकत भी इनके हाथ में। आर्मी अगर किसी का आदेश मानेगी तो विपक्ष के किसी नेता का तो मानेगी नहीं। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अब तक कौन सी मांग की है बांग्लादेश से? वहां के हिंदुओं पे क्या सवाल उठाए हैं? अगर नहीं तो आपको ना तो नैतिक, ना सामाजिक और ना राजनीतिक कोई भी अधिकार नहीं है कि आप विपक्ष के ऊपर सवाल उठाओ। हमारी मांग है कि इस देश की सरकार बांग्लादेश में जिन लोगों पे अत्याचार हो रहा है, अल्पसंख्यकों पे हो रहा है, वहां के जो हिंदू हैं उनकी रक्षा करे। अगर नहीं कर सकते तो थोड़ी सी भी शर्म हो तो इस्तीफा दे दो।
अब देखिए, वो उनका व्यू है, उस पर मैं कोई कमेंट नहीं करूंगा। वो जैसे जैसे चुनाव आते हैं तो कुछ न कुछ उस तरह के उटपटांग कहते हैं। फिलहाल उनको एक बहुत बड़ा स्टेट मतलब डील करने को मिला है। ही शुड कंसंट्रेट टू लुक आफ्टर यूपी।
मिस्टर योगी आदित्यनाथ इज नॉट जस्ट RSS Pracharak. He is Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. Whenever he makes a statement, he must make the statement with responsibility.
You're watching the News Hour at 10. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us, Siddharth Yadav, spokesperson of BJP, is with us. Dr. Anand Raghunathan, author, is with us. Abbas Haider, national spokesman of Samajwadi Party, is with us. Also with us is Lokesh Jindal, political analyst. Let me start with you first. Lokesh Jindal, question being asked here very clearly by Yogi Adityanath is that why are so many opposition political parties so scared to come out and speak out? You know, the principle is that the rights of minorities have to be protected, and perhaps that's a laudable sort of notion. Can there be one set of yardsticks for India and a separate yardstick for Bangladesh? If in the spirit of protecting minorities is the idea behind it?
Madhav, it's not just the rights of the minorities, but even the lives of the minorities in Bangladesh that is to be protected. Now, over here, what becomes important is we already know that the situation over there is extremely violent. And over here, the political scenario should not give enough ammunition to the radicals in Bangladesh to put the lives of Hindu in more danger. What I would say over here is every statement should be delivered with a lot of care, because Sheikh Hasina is here in India, and a message should not be sent so that some reason is given to some radicals, crazy people, to unleash more violence. So over here, I would appeal to the entire political fraternity, community, beyond party lines, to desist from politicization of this issue and get political mileage out of the travesty that is taking place in Bangladesh. There are other means. Bangladesh is a member of International Criminal Court. There are other ways via which the lives of the people could be protected. The diplomatic channels, they must be opened up. The state must be reached out to, and it is via these measures the lives of the people could be protected, not via these loose statements and provocations.
No, but Lokesh, what is the provocation here? The point is, if the principle is to fight for the rights of minorities over there, why not speak out about it? Are you going to be pressured by fundamentalist elements? Because if that is your line of argument, then you're actually feeding into what Yogi Adityanath is saying, that it's the fear of vote bank politics, etc., that is preventing certain political parties from speaking openly about it.
Madhav, is condemning or criticizing this form of an act going to protect the lives of the minorities there in Bangladesh?
What are you saying? So you should
not just be quiet.
Lokesh, are you saying we should just sit quietly and watch what's happening?
No, it's not about
sitting quietly. Please choose your words very carefully. You're on national television, sir. There is implications of what you're saying. Please choose your words very, very carefully.
I'm being very careful. There are diplomatic channels. There are various platforms. We have BIMSTEC with Bangladesh, where Bangladesh is a member. There are other agencies. In fact, these are the issues where some of the other nations could be brought in.
Siddharth Yadav, there are diplomatic channels, there are diplomatic multilateral fora, there is BIMSTEC, there are international courts of justice. Why not explore all those avenues? Would you like to respond to what Lokesh Jindal is saying?
Madhav, with what I could understand from Mr. Jindal's argument, he is saying that what is happening to the minorities in Bangladesh, one must not speak about it, one must not raise the issue, one should not utter a word on the atrocities, rather we should take the channel of International Court of Justice and diplomatic forums. Why is the same yardstick not applied to Gaza? Why is the same yardstick not applied to any other country? Is it just because this parameter is only for Bangladesh because Bangladeshi minorities are Hindu and other places the minorities are for a different community and you have to appease, and this appeasement politics makes you come down to such demands? Is it just because of that? And Madhav, I wish to make a very serious point tonight. And the serious point is that today is the 14th of August. We know 14th of August as the Vibhashan Vibhishika Divas. We have seen what happened in the independence era. We have seen what happened in 1971. Only one thing that has not changed in the country is the appeasement politics of the Congress party. The Congress party has never acknowledged the plight of Hindus. They have never acknowledged the plight of minorities. They did not acknowledge when 10 lakh of Hindus and Sikhs were butchered, were murdered during the independence era. They have never acknowledged what happened in the 71, what happened to the Hindus then, and they would not acknowledge what is happening in 2024 in Bangladesh. Neither did Jawaharlal Nehru acknowledge, nor is Rahul Gandhi going to acknowledge. And this is a sad reality of the entire opposition and Congress party. But we have to come above this, because if the appeasement politics is going to take the future course and is going to decide the discourse of this country, then I think it's going to be the most unfortunate thing that is going to happen to a country like India. Because where are the humanitarians? Where are the feminists? Where are the secular people? Where are all of those? I'm looking for those gangs. But the words have changed. The outrage has changed. Their response has changed. Everything has changed. We all know that the brunt is being faced mostly by women. Where are the feminists? Nobody is speaking up. Because this entire gang, which supports the opposition, which supports the India Alliance, it has different standards for the Hindus and other minorities there.
Let me put that question to
at
Abbas
the end of the day, it's all about votes. It's all about appeasement.
Let me put that question to Abbas Haider. Abbas Haider, is it nothing but ultimately vote bank politics that's the concern, as Yogi Adityanath appears to be referring to? Where are the various sections that, in fact, Siddharth Yadav is referring to? The principle cannot change depending on the situation. If the principle is that minorities have to be protected, and we as a secular country, we all believe in that ideology, then why is it so hard to talk about those who are across the border facing violent persecution?
Madhav, I totally agree with what you have said. And in fact, Samajwadi Party principally has supported the plight of the Hindus, the minorities in Bangladesh. Even Akhilesh Yadav ji has given a statement. He has requested the union government to take some diplomatic action. But unfortunately, if even I have put, I have stood in support of the Hindus of Bangladesh on my social media. But had that made a difference? Actually, it hasn't. Because, we need a divisive action from our union government. It is the history. Being a neighbor, it is our responsibility. It is the responsibility of the government which is sitting in the power to protect the minorities of our neighboring countries. But the government is not doing anything. In fact, they want to politicize it. For every human being, it is not about any particular
What
religion.
should the government do? One second. Abbas Haider, one second. Now, this is the point Lokesh is making, you are making. What should the government do? Pointed question.
No, I see. It is certainly the failure of the foreign policy of the government. The government. I'm not asking that.
You're saying government is not doing anything. I'm asking a simple question. What should they do?
In this country,
that they've not done so.
The Prime Minister has fled the country. People have died. Innocent human lives have been lost. The government should at least take up this matter internationally. BJP spokesperson are talking about, BJP leaders are talking about, aapne social media pe nahi dala rahe. Social media pe dala, we put it on social media. You are sitting in the power. You are the only people who can take up this issue at the international, at the United Nations and other places. But unfortunately, you haven't done anything. You haven't done anything. We are not against, a political asylum to the people who are being persecuted over there. We are not against that. So you should stand up for them. But you have actually stood up for them in just rhetorics, in just statement. In reality, on the ground, you don't want to do anything for the innocent people.
Dr. Ranganathan, it's all rhetoric. There's no concrete action that has been taken. It's a failure of the diplomatic policy of the government of India. That's the argument of the Samajwadi Party spokesperson. Please respond to him.
Good evening, Madhav, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Very briefly, I have 2 points to make. One, Yogi Adityanath ji spoke the absolute truth. The truth is that, yes, the Congress and a lot of other opposition parties do not have Hindus' interests in their minds. They are, I would even say, anti-Hindu. You look at the legislations over the decades, Places of Worship Act, the Waqf Act, the RTE Act, the Communal Violence Bill that was supposed to be passed, that was nearly passed, so many other instances. But here is the thing. Is the Congress in power? Is the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh from Congress? Is the Prime Minister of India from Congress? What is the BJP doing? That is the question. Yes, you raise your voices against the plight of Hindus in Bangladesh. Other than that, you are in power. Now stop blaming the Congress or Samajwadi Party for everything. There are Hindus who have escaped certain deaths. They are in chest-high waters in Teesta, infested with alligators and snakes. They are waiting there, shivering, patiently waiting for India to open the gates. I'm not saying open the gates and let them roam free in India. At least make detention centers, make some camps so that they can breathe a sigh of relief. They don't have to be turned back. What is the Indian government doing is what I'm asking. Congress is not in power. I don't mean to ask Congress what is Congress doing. I want to ask what is my government doing? What is my Prime Minister doing? And he is doing zero by the accounts of it.
Siddharth Yadav, would you like to respond to that? Because here, Dr. Anand Ranganathan is not any fan of the opposition parties. But he is also, obviously has a certain amount of angst because there are situations, disturbing pictures coming in from our borders. There is also the demand that, if you brought in CA with this very logic, isn't it high time that the cutoff date, for instance, is changed? Some provision made so that those who are facing this persecution that's playing out live on national television, that's playing out live on international television, that those individuals are ultimately saved. Siddharth Yadav.
Absolutely, Madhav. Absolutely, Madhav. I share the grief and agony which is being displayed by Dr. Ranganathan, and I feel the pain which is being felt by most of the Indians, except for the opposition and the India Alliance supporters. I wish to highlight the two things. Number one, the intent of the government is very clear. Our Prime Minister was the first leader. He was as Prime Minister when a new government was formed. India was not just keeping a close eye on what is happening to the minorities there and what are the current situations, but we also appealed to the newly formed interim government that due protection must be given to the minorities, to all Hindus, to all Sikhs who live in Bangladesh. We on the same time had seen that Rahul Gandhi had said nothing about it. We on the same time had seen that Mamata Banerjee had said nothing about it. Number two, the intent of the government is also again very clear. We are the only government, we are the only party which brought CAA, who brought justice to the religiously persecuted minorities of our neighboring countries and ensured that they are given a safe abode in India. We are going to ensure it further that anybody, any minority, any Hindu which is religiously persecuted in any neighboring country and especially in the current Bangladesh crisis finds a safe place in India, is given all basic humanitarian needs are taken care of and everything that they require is being provided. But I think one thing has to be highlighted here. When the Indian government and the Bharatiya Janata Party is going to stand up for it, when we are going to fight for it, and when the entire opposition and the entire India Alliance are going to oppose it, and I predicted tonight how they did it for the CAA, I am sure Mr. Ranganathan is going to share the same agony then and is going to continue to raise his voice as he always does. This is the entire thing. We all know that as democratic countries, we have to take steps. The governments have to come forward. Our government has shown the intent. We are going to ensure that this happens. But before
Dr. Ranganathan, I want Abbas Haider to come in. Abbas Haider, you demanded action of the government. If they ensure safety of these refugees, of these people who are fleeing Bangladesh, will you then politicize it again is the question. That's the challenge that Siddharth Yadav is throwing to you on national television.
Madhav Bhai, they have just given statements. They are giving motherhood statement. We want decisive action in this grave time, but they are doing divisive politics inside the country. This should not happen. See, we CA giving.
Simple question है sir. Decisive action अगर होगी आप support करेंगे? आप national television पे we will hold you up to your answer now. So please think wisely.
Sir, of course, we would support. Any Indian would support any decisive.
Okay, we are going to hold you up to that answer. We are going to hold you up to that answer, Abbas Haider, if and when such a decision does happen. Of course, certainly going to hold up Siddharth Yadav as well to the promises that he's made. But Dr. Ranganathan,
people in Bangladesh.
Dr. Ranganathan, respond to Siddharth Yadav. He's saying that opposition will continue to oppose, will continue to play politics, and you will once again have the same angst that you have today.
Look, Siddharth is a good friend. I respect what he said. He's very erudite. But let me just make two very quick points. Number one, for Siddharth to say that we have appealed to the new Bangladesh government to take care of them is like saying we have told the wolves to not do what wolves do. What are you doing? What is the action? And number two, this is very important. Siddharth, I supported the CAA. Okay, I supported it. But right now, the CAA is just an amnesty. You have to arm it. You can't wait for another 5 years for letting in 5 Bangladeshi Hindus. You have to let tens of thousands of them in. Even Indira Gandhi, Lokesh would know. During the 1971 genocide, Indira Gandhi let in 10 million Bangladeshi refugees, and we were 100th richer as we are right now. Please open your hearts, open your gates. Right now is the time. 2 years from now is not the time, Siddharth. I beseech you.
Siddharth Yadav, quick response, please.
I think there's no disagreement to what Dr. Ranganathan is saying. I totally agree with Dr. Ranganathan. Definitely, the Indian government is acting. It is not. I'm sure he knows, and he would appreciate that not all actions always are very visible of what can be seen, and he knows very well what is happening. We are keeping a close watch. Nobody is begging the interim government, or nobody is begging the wolves to protect the sheep. It is the Indian government. We have taken up responsibility, and we ensure that as the fifth largest economy of this world and as a secular democratic nation, we will ensure that all minorities in the neighboring countries find a safe place in their countries as well as in India. We are going to continue to ensure that. Definitely, very soon, I'm sure Dr. Ranganathan is going to appreciate of what will happen to the country.
Siddharth Yadav, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, Abbas Haider and Lokesh Jindal, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us in debate number 1. In fact, Dr. Ranganathan stays with us for debate number 2. But I'll just say this, that from Australia to the United States, when there are comments being made about the plight of Hindus in Bangladesh, let's remember it's not just 140 crore Indians, but the entire world is watching what both the government of India as well as the opposition here are going to do and the kind of statements that are coming in from them. I'd like to thank all of you gentlemen on that note on the first debate.